Accucomp's Learning Through a Conversation. This is our second session with Elaine Jackson. In the first session, she told us about herself as a person, and she shared some of the insights as to how she became a project manager. And now we're going to have her talk about her business. So if you could take a few moments to introduce your business, Elaine.
Thank you so much, Brenda. My business is Holistic Project Management Consulting. We are registered here in the state of Massachusetts in the US. We have been in business since 2008. Our primary source of clients is corporations and individuals that want to learn the foundations and the strategic approaches to managing projects. We're currently using simulators to help help people express their knowledge in project management. The simulator also helps individuals get a scorecard report. So by going through the simulation, one is able to target their weaknesses or their challenges in project management so that they can tighten up those areas and be more proficient when they go for job interviews to be able to speak on those topics. We also are running free workshops on questions and answers for the job interviews for project managers. We're building a book, and we figured what better way than to have project managers come onto the calls, get some information and help as they go for job interviews, but to add value to the book by helping us build out the kinds of questions and answers that are needed to successfully land those jobs. So currently we're doing a lot of things, but I don't want to overwhelm the audience. I want to make sure I'm staying on track with things related to project management. Raghu, if you have any questions for me, I'd be willing to answer them at this time.
Okay, so thank you for sharing us about your business, Elaine. So here's the first question. Except for the pandemic, how have you kept your business going?
Okay, so the pandemic, it's interesting. People have said to me, how are you handling the pandemic? I'm like, what pandemic? My business has been virtual since 2008. So, which is so funny because people are like, why don't you get an office in Boston? I would have loved to have had an office in Boston. Oh gosh, so many companies have offered me office space, but I would have been like losing money because I would not have been able to use my office space. So my training actually has picked up since the COVID season has kicked in because people are stuck at home and their managers are like, well, stay at home and get caught up on training. And so what we've done is to crank up more training events, have more free workshops to get more people interested and stimulated into project management. So COVID has been really hard. I live in a very rural area. So staying home is not a big deal because to get to a store, the nearest store is about 15, 20 minutes away. The nearest place to have fun is Boston, and that's about an hour and a half away. So I'm used to being stuck here at home in the woods with the bears.
Okay. Thank you for sharing, Elaine. And this is my second question. What advice would you give to those thinking of founding a business?
Having your own business takes a lot of energy, a lot of time. You have to be determined. So if you have an idea and you say, wow, I'd like to have a business because I want to have a lot of money, it doesn't happen like that. You know, they say it takes 10 years to become an overnight success. So like Risa, you don't know me, but you'll go online and you'll see my profile and you're like, oh my God, she's doing so good. And you'll think it just happened overnight because you're reading it now for the first time. But I have been in business for a long time. There's been a lot of ups and downs. And if someone wants to go into a business, we also have a train the trainer program that trains individuals on how to start a business in project management, how to get ready. We provide the training materials and everything. But a lot of people just don't have what it takes to stay in business. They say most businesses fail in the first 2 years because people, they can't stand the roller coaster ride, or they're not making money consistently, or the amount of money they're making is not enough, or someone says no and they're not thick-skinned, so they can't take it when someone says no. So I tend to hunker down and I will sit at my desk all 18 hours straight. My family has actually been very angry with me. I'm going to say that out there for the public to hear. Your family will be mad at you. Why are you still working on that? Why are you working on that? You're not making any money. You're never going to make any money. And when the money starts coming in and you start handing out $100 bills to your family, they will never say, oh no, you work for it, don't give me it. They'll be like, thank you, and they'll take it. So the bottom line, if somebody wants to start a business, be prepared for a real challenge. And when the rewards come, you will be happy, but people will be trying to stop you. They're like, I'm only telling you for your own good. You need to stop now. Stop before you go too deep. You've spent all your money. It's a lot of money to start a business, but it's really worth it, because I will never fire my own self. I will never tell myself on a Monday morning, pack your stuff up and get out. The job is over. My job is open 24/7 after year, and I plan to stay in business for a very long time. So I hope I've motivated somebody to start a business. And the most important thing is the training. You must stay in your training, in your craft, in your area, things to do with marketing and sales funnels, all of that. You have to know it or have the money to hire someone to do it. So I hope I've helped you. Thank you.
Thank you, Elaine. We truly appreciate you taking the time, and you have provided insights that I personally was totally unaware of. So appreciate that. And I'm sure that folks listening to this will take away the important pieces that you have mentioned. And thank you for, again, taking the time. It's appreciated.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Elaine.